All right, get this right. We're going deep today.
Yeah.
Kun Wardana's plan
Oh, yeah.
to use blockchain to, like, clean up Jakarta's government.
Interesting.
It's radical, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about fighting corruption, like, head on.
Wow.
Making all the government spending, like, totally see-through. And, get this, helping small businesses do really well.
All with blockchain.
Yeah. And it's all right here.
You have it there.
In this document,
Okay.
it lays out his whole vision.
This Wardana guy.
And let me tell you,
Yeah.
it's ambitious.
What struck me right off the bat,
Yeah.
Wardana isn't just like following the hype.
Oh, you mean with blockchain?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
You can tell from this document, he really gets technology, like deep understanding.
Oh, yeah, totally. The guy's been like a tech genius.
For real?
For decades. Decades.
Wow.
He's a lecturer. Permanent lecturer.
Ah.
National Institute of Science and Technology.
Okay.
And that's not all. He examines those
What are they called?
doctoral theses
Right.
in IT.
Ah. So he's got the credentials.
Oh, and he even gives lectures at the University of Indonesia.
Impressive.
And way back, like 1995.
That long ago.
He was in Japan.
Doing what?
Researching artificial intelligence.
So, safe to say,
What?
he knows his stuff.
Oh, yeah, he definitely knows his stuff.
And that background,
Yeah.
it's what makes him believe
Yeah.
that blockchain,
Yeah.
it can be like this powerful tool,
Oh,
good governance.
interesting.
It's not just like a buzzword to him.
Okay, yeah.
It's a real solution.
To a real problem.
Yeah.
And that problem is, well, let's face it, corruption.
Right.
Jakarta. Come on, they've had, like, tons of scandal.
Over the years, yeah.
And all that lack of transparency.
It does something, you know,
What's that?
to public trust.
How so?
It erodes it
Ah, I see what you mean.
when people don't know where their money's going or how decisions are made. It makes them cynical and suspicious.
Makes sense.
And that's what Wardana is trying to fix.
Okay, but hold on. Explain it to me.
What then? Like, I'm 5.
Oh.
How does blockchain work?
I kind of get it, like this digital ledger,
Right.
but
Yeah.
how does that make a cleaner government?
Okay, imagine this, right?
Yeah.
Every single government transaction
Uh-huh.
leaves like a digital trail
A trail.
of breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah, and anyone can follow it.
Really?
That's blockchain.
Huh.
Every decision, every purchase,
Everything.
every movement of funds,
Okay.
all recorded.
So you're saying
Yeah,
it's impossible to hide anything shady?
pretty much. Or mismanage public money.
I'll be honest.
Ah.
I'm usually pretty skeptical.
Oh,
All the tech hype.
I get that.
But this,
Yeah.
it's making me think differently.
Good.
Could this actually be the big change
The game changer.
the Wardana's talking about?
Well, he's not saying to replace the whole system.
That would be, like, crazy. Yeah,
Chaotic and super expensive.
for sure.
Instead,
Yeah.
he sees blockchain as, what is it?
Middleware.
Middleware.
Yeah.
Is that like tech jargon?
Think of it like this.
Okay.
It's a digital watchdog,
A watchdog.
constantly checking things out,
Chicken leg.
every transaction, making sure it's all good.
So it's like an extra layer of security.
Exactly. Like on your phone.
Oh, I get it.
Plugs right into the city's systems.
So not replacing everything,
Yeah.
just adding to it.
Exactly. But where does he want to start?
Yeah, good question. He can't do everything at once?
Right. He's being strategic.
Bought it.
Yeah. Targeting areas,
What kind of areas?
places known for corruption.
Oh, like the really bad spots.
Uh-huh. Procurement, for example.
Oh, right. Procurement.
Yeah.
That's where they buy everything, right?
Yeah. Office supplies, construction materials.
I can see how that could get, like, messy. Let's say a school needs textbooks.
Right.
Right now. The process can be shady,
Shitty how?
but with blockchain,
Yeah.
you, the taxpayer, could see every rupia
Oh.
from the publisher to the school.
Every step.
Every single one. Recorded.
So you could check it.
Verifiable.
So, like, no more backroom deals.
Exactly. Or disappearing invoices.
But wouldn't setting this up be, like, really expensive?
That's where things get interesting.
How so?
Wardana says his way is actually cost-effective.
Wait, really?
In the long run.
Okay.
Remember, he's not throwing everything out,
Right.
just adding that layer of security and transparency.
Okay, yeah.
Plus,
Plus what?
when you get rid of the waste
Right.
and the corruption,
Yeah.
you save money.
Hold on. Are you saying
What?
this could actually save Jakarta money.
In the long run, yeah.
That's a bold claim.
It might seem weird, but
Yeah.
think about it.
Okay.
Fewer leaks, more accountability, efficient use of resources.
Interesting.
And there's another benefit
Another one.
that Wardana talks about.
Oh, yeah, I'm listening.
Empowering small businesses.
You mean like
Those small businesses.
the backbone of the economy?
Exactly. Family-run shops, local vendors.
Yeah, got it.
He wants to make a digital cooperative.
What's that?
It's blockchain-based,
And it does what?
helps them get capital more easily, transparently.
But how would that actually work?
We'll get into that a bit later.
Okay.
But the main idea
Yeah.
is to level the playing field.
Using blockchain.
So even the tiniest businesses have a chance.
A chance to.
Thrive.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
I thought you might be.
We need to look closer at this cooperative thing.
Absolute.
See how it would work.
And the impact.
Yeah, for sure. But first, so this digital cooperative, right,
Yeah.
for small businesses.
Uh-huh.
It sounds pretty good, but
But what?
I'm curious about the details.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Like, how does it actually work with blockchain
Right.
to help those small businesses in Jakarta?
Okay, picture this.
Right.
A platform
Okay,
where MSMEs, those small businesses,
right.
they can like show off their stuff,
Show off, you mean?
their products, services,
Right.
track all their transactions,
Right.
and build up like a reputation.
A reputation
Yeah, that everyone can see. It's verifiable,
on the blockchain.
all on a secure blockchain network.
I see.
So then it's easier for them
Easier for them to.
get loans, attract investors
Investors.
who might be hesitant,
Hesitant, why?
because they don't have enough information.
Makes sense. So it's like a
What?
digital marketplace,
Kinda, yeah.
but with, like,
What?
built-in trust.
Exactly. And accountability.
That's pretty cool. But, let's talk about the tough stuff.
The challenges, yeah.
Even with the best intentions.
Right.
Something this big, this complex.
It's gonna have some bumps, right?
Exactly. What kind of hurdles are we talking about?
Well, the document mentions a few.
Okay, like what?
One of the biggest,
Yeah.
making sure everyone understands it.
Understands what?
How this all works.
You mean like...
Tech literacy.
Yeah, exactly.
Blockchain can be, like, intimidating.
For sure. If you don't know anything about it.
Exactly. So Wardana, he emphasizes
Emphasizes what?
a citywide effort
What kind of effort?
to, demystify blockchain,
Demystify it.
make it easy to understand for everyone,
Everyone.
all backgrounds,
Makes sense.
educational programs,
Mm-hmm.
workshops, campaigns.
Like public awareness campaigns.
Yeah, to break down those barriers
Barriers to understanding blockchain.
and build trust.
Okay, yeah, that's important. But what about the government itself?
What about it?
Wouldn't some people resist this?
Resist. How do you mean?
Like the officials who benefit from the,
From the current.
current system.
Ah, the opaque one.
Exactly.
That's a valid concern.
Is it addressed in the document?
Yeah, the document's pretty realistic about that.
About
The political realities. Wardana knows there will be pushback,
pushback from
people who feel threatened,
threatened by.
increased transparency, accountability.
Makes sense. So it's not enough to just have a plan.
Right.
You got to, navigate the politics.
The political waters, yeah.
Convince people this is the right way to go.
Exactly.
How does he plan on doing that?
Well, this is where Wardana's background
His background?
as a teacher
Uh-huh.
and a communicator,
Right.
it becomes really important.
How so?
He's got to explain his vision
To the people.
in a way that connects with them,
Connects how?
addresses their worries,
Worries about.
the changes,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and get them excited.
Excited about.
A better future for Jakarta.
A better future.
He needs to make it clear.
Make what clear.
This isn't about punishing anyone.
Okay.
It's about a fairer system.
A fairer system that.
Benefits everyone.
So it's about winning people over
Winning hearts and minds.
as much as the tech stuff.
Absolutely. But this wouldn't happen overnight, right?
But no, of course not.
Wardana gets that.
Gets what?
This is a long game.
A long game
A fundamental shift.
in how the government works.
Exactly. That takes time, dedication, effort,
What about, the immediate stuff?
immediate stuff.
The problems Jakarta has right now.
Oh, yeah.
Focusing on this long-term project.
Yeah,
I mean, neglecting those problems.
that's fair.
Like the urgent stuff.
But Wardana addresses that too.
Addresses what?
The short-term needs.
Okay.
He sees this blockchain thing
Yeah.
as a foundation.
A foundation for...
A better future.
Yeah.
Sustainable. Equitable.
I like that.
But he knows there are problems now
Right.
that need solutions.
So how does he balance that?
He proposes a phased approach,
A phased approach.
starting with small projects.
Small projects. In what way?
Pilot projects. Ah, pilot projects. Okay.
In key areas.
To show how it works.
To demonstrate the benefits.
Benefits of
The technology.
Right.
Exactly. So it's not one or the other.
Not just long-term or just short-term.
He's trying to balance it all.
Long-term vision with immediate needs.
Exactly. It's an investment.
An investment in...
The future. That will pay off.
Pay off how?
More efficiency,
Yeah.
less corruption, a more prosperous Jakarta.
For everyone.
That's the goal.
You know, this deep dive,
Yeah.
it's about more than just blockchain, isn't it?
What do you mean?
We're talking about leadership,
Yeah.
vision, the power of ideas.
To change a city.
Yeah, an entire city.
And about technology.
Being a force for good.
Positive change. Not just in Jakarta.
But everywhere.
Potentially, yeah. In cities all over.
This is really fascinating.
I told you.
But before we go too far, let's flip the coin. Look at the other side.
The downsides.
Yeah. Even if Wardana does all this,
Uh-huh.
are there any, potential problems? Problems like what?
Unintended consequences.
That's a good point. We should think about the risks.
Okay.
For example, data security.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
And privacy.
Especially with the government, right.
Especially with sensitive information. On a blockchain.
Right. We don't want this system to,
To
create new problems.
new vulnerabilities.
Or expose people's data.
To bad guys.
Exactly.
Wardana talks about that too.
Really?
He knows it's a concern.
Yeah.
Emphasizes cybersecurity.
That makes me feel better.
And data protection.
Protocols.
All of that. But there's another thing.
Another potential problem.
Could this system become too complex?
Too complex. How so?
So intricate that
way?
it ends up just as opaque.
Opaque.
Inaccessible, like the one it's replacing.
That would defeat the purpose, wouldn't it?
Exactly. That's why Wardana stresses
Stresses what?
user-friendliness
Easy to use.
and accessibility.
So anyone can understand it.
The system has to be intuitive.
Intuitive, okay.
Easy to understand, even for people who aren't.
Tech savvy.
Right. He talks about interfaces.
Interfaces? Like,
Dashboards.
Oh.
Easy to use.
so people can see what's happening.
Track spending. Monitor projects. Hold officials accountable.
Ah, I see. So it's not just about the tech itself.
Nope.
It's about how people use it.
It's about implementation.
Right.
How it connects with people.
The people it's meant to serve.
Exactly.
Finding that balance, huh?
Yep. Babala.
Between security and transparency.
And making it easy to use.
Not easy, I bet.
A delicate balancing act.
But Wardana seems...
Determined.
Yeah, to make it work. All right, so we're back. Last part of our deep dive.
Into Wardana's plan.
Yeah, his blockchain vision. For Jakarta, we've, covered a lot.
The tech stuff.
Uh-huh.
The good stuff.
The potential benefits.
Epic challenges.
The roadblocks, right.
Exactly.
But now I'm thinking bigger picture.
Okay, yeah.
What's Wardana really aiming for here?
It seems like more than just a change.
More than a change.
In how the government works.
Right.
It's a total shift.
It's shift in what?
In how people, citizens, engage with it.
Engage with
the government.
Okay, explain that.
He wants a Jakarta.
Yeah.
Where people aren't just, passive.
Passive, how?
Just receiving services.
Right.
He wants them active.
Active in a way.
Shaping their city.
Ah, it's...
And blockchain.
Yeah.
That's the tool.
A tool to...
Give people access, information.
A voice.
A voice in.
Decision-making.
So they can hold their leaders.
Accountable.
Wow. So it's not just, making things efficient.
Yo.
It's about giving power to the people.
Empowering them.
But let's be real.
About...
Jakarta. Huge city. Complex. History of corruption. Deeply rooted.
Yeah.
Can blockchain really change that?
That's the big question, right?
Yeah.
The document.
Does it say?
It doesn't promise anything,
Okay.
but it makes a strong case. A strong case for.
How blockchain can, shake things up.
Hey, shake things up. How
Shake things up, how
disrupt the status quo.
the way things are done now.
And create a system that's
Well,
more transparent, accountable.
couldn't corrupt officials just
What?
find ways around it.
Find loopholes.
Yeah, because technology.
It's only as good as the people using it.
Exactly.
Wardana gets that.
He acknowledges that.
He says human ingenuity,
Right.
people are clever,
They can find ways.
to get around anything.
Even the most secure systems.
But he thinks
Thinks what?
blockchain can make it harder
Harder to.
hide corrupt stuff.
Like a deterrent.
Exactly.
Like installing a security camera.
Ah, okay.
Might not stop all burglaries,
Right.
but it makes it riskier.
For the burglar.
So it sounds like Wardana
Yeah.
is putting a lot of faith in technology.
A lot of faith to.
Solve these problems.
Social problems. Human
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
He knows technology isn't perfect.
But it can be a powerful
Whoa.
catalyst for change.
Interesting. So it's not just about the tech itself.
Right.
It's how you use it.
It's about
Leadership,
yeah.
vision,
And commitment.
commitment to,
Real reform.
then maybe,
Jakarta can change
and create a better future.
for its people.
It's a powerful vision,
It is.
but it all depends on
Wardana winning.
winning the election,
And then actually doing it.
having the will to follow through.
What are the chances of that?
That's hard to say.
Really?
Politics are complicated.
Yeah.
Lots of factors.
But Wardana,
He's got something.
what's that?
His background, understanding of technology, experience.
Academia. Government.
So he's got a good foundation.
To build on?
You know, this whole deep dive.
Yeah.
It's been eye-opening.
Really?
I was skeptical at first,
I remember.
but now I'm seeing it.
Seeing what?
The potential of Wardana's vision.
It's exciting, right?
It's not just about the tech.
Blockchain.
It's about using it
using technology.
for good.
Yeah.
To build a better society.
Exactly. Technology itself.
Yeah.
It's not good or bad.
Right.
It's how we use it.
That
It
matters.
shapes the impact.
And Wardana's making us think. The role of technology
Yeah.
in our lives, in our communities. I've got a lot to think about.
Me too.
I want to see what happens.
If Wardana can pull it off.
Yeah. If he can actually deliver,
It's a story worth following.
it could have a big impact.
Not just on Jakarta.
But on other cities
Yeah.
with the same problems.
Facing similar challenges.
That's what makes it so interesting.
So important.
We've just scratched the surface here.
Barely touched it.
But hopefully we've,
What?
sparked your curiosity,
Got you thinking.
inspired you to learn more.
To dig deeper.
Because the future,
Yeah.
it doesn't just happen.
We make it.
We create it by the choices we make.
Our actions.
Our willingness to try new things, embrace possibilities.
Well said.
That's all the time we have for today.
On the deep dive.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon.
With another topic.
Another deep dive.
Something to get you thinking.
Until then, stay curious, everyone.
And stay engaged.